to be an artist is literally, you're just a hoe. The label's your pimp, and you're out.
That's it. Yeah.
They give you some nice clothes, tell you dress up nice, and get on the track, make some money, and come back. And if you don't, you burn out, we get you a new album.
Upcoming Houston artists who went from selling mixtapes in high school to performing at Rolling Loud.
You say money, bye.
Speaking on stage with Timberland, having his own show on Revolt TV where he educates people on crypto and NFTs. InvestinStockz. His Buy Money campaign is combining the music and financial worlds, bridging the gap of financial literacy and culture. InvestinStockz is here on the Web3 Experience.
It's like, holy
Necessary
shit, we
almost.
need this.
Yeah.
What's good, everyone? Thank you for joining us and welcome to the Web3 Experience. Every week, we meet with the most innovative minds across culture, business, and technology to discuss how Web3 is unlocking a new era of opportunity for entrepreneurs, businesses, and creators alike.
By speaking with the builders of tomorrow and hearing their unique perspectives on Web3 and the world at large, we aim to break down the many existing societal frameworks that blockchains aim to disrupt.
I'm your host, Mozy,
And I'm Freelance.
and welcome to the show.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to the next episode of the Web3 Experience. Today, I'm here with InvestinStockz.
Hello.
I'm your host, Mozy,
It's Freelance.
and welcome to the show.
What's happening?
We just finished Art Basel week. This is
Dude, what a freaking
what a time.
Oh,
what a
man.
time to be alive indeed.
My lower back's killing me.
My feet hurt. I need to go get a foot rub.
My everything hurts. Everything is just
Everything? You put it all into it?
So we're here with InvestinStockz.
Hello.
Where are you from, Stockz?
I was born in Roanoke, Virginia, but I moved to Houston when I was 3.
Tell them. H-Town.
So, been in Houston basically my whole life. Grew up a Houstonian, you know what I'm saying? H-Town.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And you're here in Miami for Basel, right? You come through here often?
I come to Miami probably more than I need to.
Yeah.
I love it here. And it's just a sinful city that is nice to me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, man. Whenever I travel, I always seem to miss here.
I'm a dude that, like, every time I travel somewhere, I end up staying like 4 extra days.
Yeah.
Just because somehow I get lost in the sauce and almost live there.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, wait. I don't live here. It's not my real life. Go somewhere else. You know?
I'll be doing that. Let's say we got a date. If I didn't live in Miami, right, down here, and Art Basel, I knew it ended on the 4th. Like, you know, I'm not even booking a flight out until the 3rd, and it's probably going to be booked for the 7th or some shit like that.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick.
I leave for Australia tomorrow morning.
What's going down in Australia?
Well, my mom was born there, so I got a lot of family there. Going to network with some people, explore, hit some beaches up, relax, get away from all the tech and screens.
And hang out with kangaroos.
And go into the jungle, hang out with some koalas and kangaroos.
I want to ask you a question.
Don't forget the dingoes.
I'm gonna ask both of you guys a question now.
Let's hear it.
Would you fight a kangaroo?
Bitch, I would fight a kangaroo. Absolutely.
You would go heads up with
I
them?
would. Yes.
Fist
Yes,
cuffs?
sir. We
You
boxed
seen those
it.
videos? You saw that video of that guy?
I mean, kickboxing.
I touched him one time and he was like,
He said, whoa, you just did that to me?
he's like, I can't believe you just slapped me.
Bro.
I mean, all right. Let me put it like this. I would need a good reason.
Oh, yeah,
I ain't gonna back down. Like,
I ain't gonna hit him just cause.
yeah,
Nah.
I'm not gonna do it out the blue. But listen, we got beef. We got beef. Listen, 50 Cent had a quote, right? He said it like this. He said, I don't want a problem, but if someone wants a problem, it's not a problem.
No, I don't think I don't ever want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem.
Straight up. Just like that.
That's how it be sometimes.
Bro, those motherfuckers can stand on their tails and kick you in the face. If they really want to hurt you, you're not getting close. You're not getting close. I love Kangaroo Jack. Don't mess with him.
That's crazy.
So tell us about, we want to hear a little bit about your journey. InvestinStockz is the name. So tell us about your journey into crypto and Web3 and being on this podcast.
Well, thanks for having me. My journey of crypto came from originally being around a lot of people that were using crypto on like the dark web and stuff. And that's how I learned about it, like by people showing me like that type of stuff. Not like showing me because I wasn't engaged, but like I would know about it because they were like, yeah, this is what we use. You know what I'm saying? I hear in conversation. So it's like that kind of like led me to it in a way. Like I was like, all right, what is this about? Like it's just something new I didn't know about. So that was one. And then like I started investing in stocks. Like no pun intended. I literally wasn't even named InvestinStockz from the beginning, but it just I got hacked on Instagram and ended up having to change my name. So like that's what happened. And then so I was buying stocks and stuff, and I remember like I got heavy into crypto. That's what led me into NFTs and stuff. I was buying like stocks on Robinhood. I was just option trading and stuff. And at the end of the day, I like to day trade. So like at the end of the day, I'd have like a little bit of leftover buying power, maybe $5, $6, whatever it was. I would buy Dogecoin with it every time, every day. Like just whatever, $5, $6, add it up. And then when Dogecoin popped, I made a nice little check.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit. Like it was like I was doing cool with like option trading, but like I was making like a couple bands here and there. Like Dogecoin was like the first coin that showed me like 5 figures. And I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then once I saw that, then I dove deeper into just like other coins and like stuff. And then the homie, Gino the Ghost actually hit me to get into the NFT space. He was like, yo, bro, like, I don't know if you like knowing what's up with this, but like, I just bought this crypto cannabis club. Like, it's like one of the first NFTs I bought. He was like, yeah, like, check this out. And I remember I went and bought it for like, I don't remember what it was in ETH. It might have been like 0.3 at the time, but I spent like 1,000, 1,100 something on it. And like, it didn't go well. But like through that, I kept collecting and stuff. And like, I was just seeing like how the community was. And it just got me like ushered into the culture of it. Cause I was like, whoa, cause like my old videographer used to tell me about NFTs, but he was talking about like music videos and stuff like that, like different stuff. He was doing 3D art and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like, I didn't really understand until like I got to buying NFTs. And I was like, oh, and I seen like a couple of the homies like D-Hundreds and a couple of people that were buying apes on their like Instagram story. Like I remember it was like when it was like 7,000, 8,000, and like the next week I saw him buying them for 15,000, 16. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, why are you buying these pictures? You know what I'm saying? That just it piqued my interest. I'm like, what's going on? And I started asking them, and I just started doing research and like dove in, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And then that led to another thing, another. We here.
That's crazy. Like your journey into crypto was from a utility NFT, right? And then you got kind of stumbled upon the art NFTs, and because Crypto Cannabis Club was a cool project.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was gonna go
What
crazy.
happened with that?
I don't know. I thought it was gonna go crazy. But okay.
Mm.
I don't think they like rugged though. I don't think it worked.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about Robinhood. So Robinhood gave a lot of people. I started investing into Robinhood too, and I hadn't gotten into stocks before that.
Yeah.
We could invest now. You know, it wasn't just our parents. Now it's like more democratized, and small investments can be made. And then, you know, you got freedom of the people to, you know, get shit done. And then Dogecoin happens, and then maybe Elon starts putting that into Twitter, and now it's an actual currency that was lifted from the people. You know, it's pretty fucking crazy how that.
It's a scary concept.
Yeah.
Because like the scariest part about that with me is because like I like decentralization, and I also understand governing things.
Oh, for sure.
Because not everybody has the right stomach to manage a whole currency.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if everybody, you know, like people are that herd mentality. So it's like if everybody in this room is like, I'm about to go sell this. Somebody in here that might have been thinking about it, it's like, I'm not gonna sell it too. And then everything just follows the trend. So it's like and we've seen that, like with the bear market, bull market, everything, like with everybody buying up Ethereum, we're like, it's going to 10K, it's going to 10K. It's going crazy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, we're going to zero. And then everybody's like, sell. And it's just like, so it's kind of cool that it can be manipulated like that, because it gets manipulated like that. Yeah. But it's also kind of wild, especially when you consider most of the people in the crypto and NFT space are like primetime jokesters and just like to fuck around and play and just like say bullshit about people's money and like fuck with it. And it's like
you could see it on so many levels. A, with trading, but even B, like just you go browse listings on OpenSea, you see the apes or the mutants, they're so like 69.420 is the price, right? Like,
you feel me? It's like
they don't even care about the money. It's about being funny. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Interesting.
It is interesting, bro. But a lot of the wealth too is in the hands of people that were in the dark web and bad actors of the space. That's also a problem, and people have to recognize that.
And people act like everybody in the NFT space is all good. No, bro. Most of these people know about this because of the dark web.
Yeah, and they're gonna help the retail investors pump this shit so they can deload some of their bags onto you, onto your head.
And that's the sick part, because a lot of it is just literally like a lot of people buying stuff, making hype. Like, okay, we got millions. Like, let's say we all got M's, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I should say this, but we're going to say it anyway. Let's say we all got M's. And we like, let's make this PFP project. And we all go drop our M's in this project anonymously through multiple different wallets or whatever. Then the price rises. It all looks like we have a ton of volume. It's turned up. Then the normal people see it. And they say, oh my God, this is lit. And they come give all their money to it. And now that's exit liquidity for us. And then what happens on top of that? royalty fees. So that comes in too. And then
trade,
you know what I'm saying? So once you do that, you create the demand and the volume. Just made a nice little cash flow for yourself. It's sick, but people gotta realize people do that shit every day. Like every day. They're like,
That's FTX in a nutshell with FTT.
it's what happens in money in general, like with just capital. You know what I'm saying? Like people do that. Like it's like they understand that most people in the world are sheep. So if I do this, that, and that, it's same like because I looked at it like this because I'm a rapper, right? And I understand what people go through for album rollouts and like the stuff that rappers go do for promo. Like they pay people in different states to come do like viral shit for them. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. If a rapper and somebody that's not supposed to be seen as a smart person can go through all of that and put together all that type of infrastructure to make a rollout and get people excited to buy something, do you think that the government, the people that got all the money, don't got a budget for entertainment or for promotion or any of that to make you get hype about something that they want to sell you or get sad about it? Or come on, man, like we looking at TV, it's like you see Jim Cramer say, you can make 40% off Ethereum, then it dropped 40. It's like, what?
Always fade Jim, bro.
No, anything Jim Cramer said, I do the exact opposite.
I think didn't someone make an inverse Kramer ETF?
Yeah.
Where everything he says, they do the opposite and they're up on the year.
I think so.
That's crazy. Like, 'cause I remember I had one person tell me, I said, bro, always do the opposite of what he do. And I was like, you really? Like, bro? And I watched the next couple plays, I said, oh my God, this man is sick. Like, cause you gotta understand, bro. Like a network is a network. There's somebody that own that, and they get paid. They pay somebody to hire actors, which are the reporters or whoever that is. They reading off a script, giving you the ooh ah boom, and you're just eating it. And it's like shit's brainwashed, bro. It's kind of sick, but some people see it, some people can't.
It's a good point. You brought up the actors because a lot of people think that what they're seeing on the TV, even if it's a news anchor, they think that's the person they see. You're not seeing the person, you're seeing the character they're playing on TV.
Yeah. You know what it makes me think? It's like all these people, influencers that host spaces and get like paid ad promos to boost the project. Bro, Jim's been doing that for fucking decades. The company, small company blowing up. Oh, gives him a little bag here. Hey, please get us some airtime. Oh, you guys should look out for this up and coming company. Like, come on, man.
Bro.
It's all for clicks and views.
Just how it was in the stock market when everybody would do inside trading. Like, hell, like Wolf of Wall Street, didn't they do that for Steve Madden or something? Was that who it was?
Yeah.
When they was like, hey, I'm bringing this company, and then he had Leo like sell it to everybody. Like, I want y'all to sell this to all of your clients. Like, make sure everybody buys hella Steve Madden.
Yep.
Like, bro, that goes on every day. Most people that got money spreading with money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I got a lot of money, and you can't be rich unless you're making somebody else rich. So if I fuck up my economy, I'm likely to fuck up your economy if we get rich together. So we're going to protect each other's interests to make sure we all stay rich. That's just the game.
For there to be winners, there's losers.
Absolutely. And you know, I used to not like to believe that. I used to not like to believe that.
I know,
that's trading. It's like, bro, when you win, somebody loses.
Yeah.
And you got to be cool.
You know what it's different too in Web3 is like in regular finance, and I don't know who I was talking to this weekend about this, was like, there's insider trading at like the government level and with politicians and stuff that we never see, right? But now there's insider trading all throughout crypto and Web3, and you got to know that shit, that this is all being pumped from people that have information that you don't have, right? But now it's like freedom of that information if you have the access to it. You know what I mean? It's like not only the government, but it's like a free economy completely is what I'm saying.
It's
got to
like,
understand that.
Like when I saw liquidity pools for the first time.
Yep.
I didn't know what the fuck a liquidity pool was. I was like, oh, this is what the government gets to do? Like all the different cool shit that we can do now, like just seeing like I've even started giving out loans. Like I'm being like a loan officer.
Yeah.
I love it on blockchain. And for loan officers out there, this is why the blockchain is tight. I could loan somebody this money and they got however many days to pay me back. And if they don't pay me back, I get their NFT as collateral, I sell it for a profit, or I'm gonna get paid interest. And if they try to run off, which they can, I got a promissory note, and as soon as that time ends, I either get my money, that NFT, or that interest.
Boom.
So it's a win. You don't have to chase nobody down, no bill collector, no collections. It's blockchain locked in, done. You know what I'm saying? So I love that.
That's
I
crazy.
done gave people loans forever, and people owe me money all the time. And I'm like, damn, how can I just make sure I get it without having to call you, bug you, show up, do it? You know what I'm saying?
I think I remember seeing you post about that recently. And it might have been a group chat too.
I just started that hustle.
Yeah.
I learned about it. I was like, wow. Because I didn't realize I could pull, I mean, I knew about it. Like, I knew that I could borrow against my asset, like with my ape, and I could pull money off. But I didn't know how, like, easy it was. And, like, that's the crazy thing, like, with, like, crypto and NFTs, it's like, it is the dark world, and it's for a lot of people that can't go to a traditional bank or this and that. It's like, yo, if you own an ape, you could literally pull out like the ape's worth, like by clicking a button and just say borrow. You click it and it's in your wallet like that. No credit check, none of that. It's just like, so it's a crazy like banking system for the other side. I don't even want to say the dark side. I don't want to keep calling it dark. But
because I mean,
there's many different reasons why people do that. It's not all crime.
Yeah, you see shit even in the U.S., which we consider ourselves this first world nation, and everything's supposed to be about equality. I mean, we all know that that's not fully there, right? You see these couples based on their skin tone. Now the house is worth X amount more, X amount less, right? You bring in a different person to tour the house, and they got a nice, presentable looking couple, and now the house is worth $100,000 more.
You know what's crazy? That exactly. Yeah. And the same thing, they do the same thing with business loans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
mechanics do it, bro. Every business does it.
I can go get a loan for a car, college, credit cards, whatever gonna put me in more debt. I'm gonna get that all day. But as soon as I ask for some money to do something to change my life and to take me out of debt, we need all these stipulations. We gotta figure this out.
We call my supervisor.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but y'all just approved me for all this, and this ain't money that you can look at this as like lost money. I'm trying to get money that I'm gonna work for real, and it's like, wow, that's just how it works. That's the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a sick game, bro.
Nice. Well, that's another point too. I mean, I know we set the black market and talking about different things on the dark net, but it's like, okay, that's the dark net for us. But like, think about a country like Lebanon, Venezuela, places where you've got power and control and authority, where they're not even letting you do the normal light net shit that we got going on, or some of these financial things, and they have to turn to some alternative to be able to even function, right? I mean, even Iran right now is going through it, and you got all these people using crypto in Iran to try to get around these sanctions and everything that's happening in the country. It's crazy.
Dude, there's so many countries that have just no opportunity at all, and like no freedom to do anything that you would like to do in this world, which sucks. And all of it boils down to money, you know, and unfortunately, and it's because it's controlled by these select groups in these countries, families that have been there for decades and centuries. And it's like, bro, we just, like, even in this country, we have the Howey test to tell us how the finance market should operate and if something is deemed a security or not. This is almost a century old. Come on. Like, we need some new blood, new regulation, new powers, new system for money to operate.
We do.
On the global scale.
But they don't.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Dude, we had an episode with somebody who lives in Lebanon. Shout out Thread Girl. And she told us, and I'm Lebanese, and I have family that lost all of their money by keeping it in the banks. Like, not even go get a loan, see if you get qualified. No, they're just going to take your shit because they don't know how to manage money and like domestic policy and foreign policy and exports and imports. Like, they don't know what they're doing because it's corrupt. There's nobody
So they treat their
qualified.
citizens like hoes? And just like, pocket check them whenever?
Cuba, Venezuela. Dude, Venezuela uses their currency as art because it has no worth. Value-wise, it has no worth. They literally throw them on the fucking street or use them as art to sell to tourists that come visit Venezuela. How sad is that? Like, seriously. It's fucking sad, man.
Wow.
It's, and it happens, like, we are literally the most privileged country in the world. Like, it happens everywhere else. That piece of paper here is only as valued as it is as we trust the government powers that say that has their name on it, right? Mm-hmm. But like, in other countries, it's just a piece of paper because the people that they're trusting have no qualifications or people looking at how they do things. You know, nothing is transparent.
That's just pimping the home, man. Just, hey, look, I need everything out of that purse, and don't ask me shit.
It's a world.
Be back.
It's a world. Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's a world of conquerors. It's a world of conquerors.
That's dictating, man. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. And like I see that especially because like when we're in spaces and stuff, like, because I always tell people like I come from just like the hip hop community, bro. Like I wasn't meeting a lot of different people from different walks of life. Like I did, like grew up in Houston, like you know, I've been around, but like I haven't had like a lot of in-depth conversations with people from different walks of life like I do now in crypto. It's like I'll be on a space and like hear people from any country in there and they're like talking about stuff like this, like, yo, this stuff is so important for us. And like I hear it in their voices how vital it is.
Dude.
Like it's not even just like cool. Like to us it's like, oh, that's cool. It's like some new shit that we can fuck
It's an
with.
alternative investment.
You know what I'm saying? To them, it's like, holy
Necessary
shit, we
almost.
need this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, that's what makes me hype about it more so. It's like more than like my own profit or whatever. It's like knowing that those people are connecting over here.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're also making other money connections over here to make a business connection, whatever. And then they're able to communicate and get money over here without having to go through all the extra loops. It's nuts. You know what I'm saying?
You should just never have to trust in a central entity with your life savings or your money. Like if let's say a country went to war with another country, like what happened with Russia and Ukraine, like the Ukrainian dollar went to shit. Immediately. You have your money, you're trusting Ukraine, you're living a happy life, you got children in school, regular life, and then all of a sudden, boom, a bomb hits, your money's gone.
Crazy how life could.
So now they get taken to another country and as refugees and they have no money. But if you had a fucking little chip with a global currency on it that's not tied to one entity, hey, I have this. Does this help? Well, what's on it? 100 grand? Something?
Good with it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I like gold. You know what I'm saying? I buy gold for those reasons and stuff like that. Just because it's good everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You sell it. Like I was in Korea, I seen that's what really made me notice it. 'Cause I never been out the country really until I went to Mexico and Korea. Like when I did all that. So it was like I literally seen like just so much stuff like, oh, the gold like literally go off spot price and stuff like that. Like I didn't really understand the gold trade when I was growing up. I just knew buy some shit with some diamonds in it, which is the wrong idea. Don't do that. Buying shit with diamonds is not really the best idea if you buying jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Get gold, get solid gold, because shit like that is like you can hold it. It's gonna move and you're gonna get spot price. Like if I wanted to go to the jeweler today and be like, I need these racks for this. I go drop this shit on the scale and he gonna give me spot price for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people don't know. It's like I could wear this to any country and do the same thing.
It's a global market.
You know what I'm saying? I used to say like people like they be like, why Nipsey Hussle wear all the necklaces? I said, bro, if he got like $250,000 on his neck, he could literally take his chains off and buy a house. Like
That's
literally,
true.
he was just walking in here. You want this?
That's true.
Because people don't understand it's value. You know what I'm saying? That's why I preach buy money to people. You know what I'm saying? Because like people don't really realize like you can literally buy money. Like you literally spend money on money, or you spend money on the ecosystem and giving somebody else money.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like buy money.
You're either building your own brand or you're building someone else's.
Hello, straight up. I had one of my team members, and like it was in my management team, Sweden. She used to tell me that because I'd be like, should I go get promo over here, this, that? She said, yeah, you can keep paying rent at their house or you can build your house and pay mortgage. That's what she always tell me. I'm like, bet, for sure. Build the house. Build the house, build the house, build the house. Once you build one or two of them, you're going to be like, damn, it's kind of easy to build a house. Next thing you know, you got 10, 12 of them. Like, oh shit, I'm building houses all the time. Smooth.
So let's, I mean, you keep mentioning like hip hop and whatnot. Like, let's hear a little bit about that journey. I mean, you were making music before blockchain, right?
Way before.
Let's hear, first of all, maybe some of your influences getting into it. Like, did you listen to Nipsey Hussle, stuff like that? Because I know your mindset's on that level. And then also just like, how did that journey evolve from like, all right, we're making music to now it's like, all right, we're going to make NFT music. We're gonna do a music video drop. I know you use Glass for that. Like, what else? How did that journey go, you know?
Man, so my musical journey, and on the Nipsey Hussle thing, I actually did not listen to a lot of Nipsey Hussle. I never watched his interviews or anything like that until I met him at ROC Nation brunch, damn near. I met him at ROC Nation brunch. He was hella cool. It was love. And then I actually tapped more into it, and I had a chick I was talking to in LA that put me like, she would just slap a lot of Nipsey Hussle. So I learned about it. But I always knew, I was aware. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't like dive in. And it's like crazy how so many people talk to me about Nip Hussle and like the influence, because like it never really was like a true influence on me at that time. But it has become one as I keep going forward, because I dive back into it and check it because he was standing on it. So it's like, that's that. And then with music, I started out rapping by battle rapping. I used to battle rap at school and shit, and we would like put money up. Like my old DJ Mentos, he used to come and like put money up for me at battles. Like my big homie, like he used to give me mixtapes to sell in school, like because he was a DJ, make mixtape, and sell them at school, and I go battle somebody at lunch or in the morning after school, clocking paper, or whatever we could do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we used to do, and then I graduated from that to I ended up getting my own studio from like selling candy and stuff. And I used to record people. And we was pressing up our own mixtapes with little CD duplicators and stuff. I burnt out a whole MacBook pressing CDs. You know, we writing on them and everything. Like selling hella mixtapes at school and shit like that. Selling out the trunk, going town to town, selling CDs out the trunk. And then like even to the like Dat Piff era and dropping my first tape on Mediafire. I don't know if anybody remembers Mediafire. I just dropped stuff on Mediafire, and then like it's like before SoundCloud. You feel me? Like that, and then made it through this current streaming era now, and then somehow I just keep adapting. Honestly, I think that's what it is. I just like to stay with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of what brought me into the Web3 world, because I didn't get into Web3 with a music intention at all.
It was
like,
more investments.
It was purely collecting and like just checking it out. Like I didn't know what was going on like that. Like the music stuff got brought to me. Really, it got brought to me more so like when I made the song Bored Ape Yacht Club. Because I made the song Bored Ape Yacht Club. I tweeted about it, and the homie NFT Nate had hit me. Was like, well, he tweeted like quote tweet. It was like simulations glitching. And I was like, what's he talking about? I go to his page and he was like, talk to my business manager, InvestinStockz with his N on it. I'm like, what is this? I click it, it's the ape. We start talking. He's like, I'm a fan of your music, so I named the ape InvestinStockz. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's crazy. That's how I ended up going to Ape Fest and stuff. He like let me through and stuff. So it's like that brought me into the music world of it. Because then after that, I think Nate hit me and was like, you know who Spotty is? Like he hit me to Spotty, and like I know Spotty was following me, and like I DM'd or whatever, we didn't get in touch, and then I had went to Ape Fest, and then the homie Benjamin introduced me to Spotty, and then Spotty had like, I was already just paid attention to what he did, you know what I'm saying? I was like looking at it, I was like, okay, this is tight, because when I met him, I paid him his respect, so I was like, bro, you killing this shit, like this is different, and then he wasn't stingy with info, you know what I'm saying? And he put me on game, so it's like, I'm not mad, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of it from Spotty in a sense, like, like he gave me different people I could talk to about making contracts. I haven't followed through with that and stuff, but like he kind of just hit me the game of it, like, and I just saw that it could work and how it worked, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is tight.
Sure.
And then we've developed a good friendship and partnership and many things through that too. So it's like, I don't know, as I just keep getting into it, it's like the music world of it's cooler because I just keep meeting so many amazing artists through Web3. It's the community's way more friendly.
I was going to ask that because I've noticed in my own ways how friendly and supportive, even at Art Basel this week. Oh, what do you do? Oh, you have a podcast? Let me follow. What is it? I'm going to follow it right now. I'm going to listen. I'm going to start subscribing.
It's a very forward energy in the
People
Web3
are very excited to see what you're working on and doing. And so you find a difference between the music industry and the NFT side of things, the crypto Web3 type interactions.
I literally have two different worlds.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Like I got like two different fan bases. Like I always tell people, like I could literally drop on Instagram and not post it on Twitter and it wouldn't matter. And I could post on Twitter and not post that on Instagram and it wouldn't matter. It's like literally Twitter's my Web3 world. Instagram is like my Web2 normal rap shit. And it's like, they're blending now, which I feel like is like it's my whole responsibility right now. It's just be the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand like, for people that look like me to believe in some shit like this, we gotta look at it like I gotta see somebody that look like me getting it.
Yeah,
I gotta see it because at the end of the day, it's like to a person like me, bro, we gonna see it like, okay, the white people get money. That's always. So where is the niggas like us getting money? And then you see somebody like me, and I'm like, I come from rap, I come from this, whoop de whoop, and they're like, oh, okay, that's real. So I notice it because I'm able to talk to people that normally wouldn't give no time of day to this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in Houston. Like a lot of these cats aren't even hip to crypto yet, let alone the NFT. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I talk to them about this stuff, they really sit down and listen to me because they feel me. They're like, I understand you. It's kind of like I got a homie that's like very much into Christ. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of my dogs, and like we talk about like religion and all that type of stuff, and he understands. I have an understanding, but he also be like, why do you lead this way? Like, why do you show this type of stuff? Why do you lead and hang with the sinners and this and whoop-de-whoop? And I'm like, bro, if I'm not one of them, they're not going to feel me. How am I going to talk to them if I come at them like I don't understand them? I got to understand you. If I come up to you and criticize you, like, you shouldn't do this. You're not going to vibe with me. You're not going to talk to me. We're not getting nowhere. But if I come in there and I'm somebody that look like you, I done been through what you've been through, I done been to the jail, all that type of stuff, and I can tell you, hey, bro, this is real, you're going to look at me and say, all right, I'm going to show me. And I'm going to show them. And then that changes the game one person at a time.
Facts.
That's a good point. That's wisdom right there too.
I think that was even like with Meta Money. I think that's what was cool about Meta Money is because Revolt is founded by a black man. Did it? You know what I'm saying? And they reached out and had me teach the demographic of Revolt about crypto, NFTs, Meta Money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I love that opportunity just because I got to do it through that platform and get to talk directly to my people. You know what I'm saying? And because these are people that have been rocking with me from music and everything else. Like, they've been putting me on Revolt since before that. So it's like the fact that I got to do that there was like really tight to me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I like to teach.
Tell us a little bit about that, maybe a little alpha about the upcoming album.
The investment. The investment is on the way. I can't really say much on the Web3 side about the investment because we're still building. But the album, the music is done. We're shooting videos right now. And I'm just making sure everything is what I want it to be. We're trying to make like, some special rollout stuff to mix my bridged fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Figure out how to make it make sense. But it's my best body of work to date, for sure. I'm standing on that. I like to listen to it. I fuck with it. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? My people around me. One of my favorite compliments as an artist, because like as an artist, a lot when you grow up, when you're coming up into it, a lot of artists have to find their identity and like find how to relay their message the way to where like the people around you really get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I played it for many people that I respect, and a lot of them have said, this music gives me who you are. Like the person that I know, like the dude that I know when I see you and everything, this matches perfect. It's exactly who you are and what you're standing on.
Oh yeah.
And that is a cool crossroad to reach as an artist. Cause like I felt like it was doing that too, but like to hear somebody else from the outside look at it and be like, yo, like I know you and I know the music and I know that now it's connecting.
It's authentic.
You know what I'm saying?
Genuine.
Authentic, not rented. Hello?
Yes, sir. Awesome.
That's
awesome.
dope. That's important. That's important. You see a lot of artists that force shit,
Try
It
not
doesn't
to,
fit
bro.
with them. Doesn't fit with them.
I had to learn that early. I had a girl from my city, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. She hit me one time and I was making records. I wasn't making like no gangster rap or nothing. I don't remember what record it was or nothing, but like she hit me and she was like, bro, she was like, you're attractive. I don't want to hear you rap about guns, shooting niggas, none of that type of shit. I don't. You're a cute dude. You look like you're not doing that. Even if you do that, I don't care. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, you don't look like that. Make songs for the girls or make something else that makes sense for you that's not tough guy shit. Even though I wasn't doing that, but she was just like giving me like a straightforward, like, yo, like, I see you. Like, the person I see has to match what you're trying to present to me. And that's what it is. And like, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like I finally hit that place. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was cool because she brought that up to me. I was like, damn, you're right. Like, I could try to sell you this shit, but like, I just don't look like it. You just don't believe it. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Congratulations on that. I mean, hitting to that level where people are starting to see you through the music too.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the best body of work that you're saying is done.
The investment.
And I know you're coming up in the music world because I was at Rolling Loud in July. I know you popped out. You were on stage. You gave a little performance.
Gang.
That shit was that was dope. It's like that was like a merger of my worlds. Watching, I'm at Rolling Loud. We got our artists that we're trying to get up there. I'm just enjoying, but I'm with a bunch of apes in the crowd, and we look up, and it's like, oh shit, Stockz is coming on. What the fuck? Like, that shit was tight.
You probably felt like that, and I probably was more shocked than you. Like, no lie. Like, bro, I love Rolling Loud, first of all. And, they're dropping an NFT project, the Loud Punk's joint, and they're doing, like, a whole, like, it's like a membership. You can go to every Rolling Loud in the world type shit, like, whatever. So, like, Rolling Loud has so many monumental moments in my life. It's kind of crazy. Like, I can't wait to do, like, a whole full, like, big stage set, like, do, like, that whole set, like, at nighttime, got the cameras up, got the shit popping out, the flame,
fire,
the pyro, I want the screens, the fuck around, something flying above me and shit, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have an idea. Like,
we're gonna say it off air. We'll say it off air.
Rolling Loud Miami was tight. It was my first time performing at Rolling Loud Miami, and it was a complete, total surprise. I did not know I was getting on stage. I was literally like, I was there, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I go. Like, I just go to Rolling Loud. Like, my manager also manages DJ 5 Venom, one of the Rolling Loud DJs. So, like, I just be going. You know what I'm saying? And before I even met Jordan and 5 Venom, I was just going. Like, so it was like, I'm just there. And Revolt had me doing, like, little interview clips and stuff and catching BTS of, like, talking to artists, whoop-de-whoop. And I was doing that. And then, like, I was literally on the side of the stage talking to somebody doing that. And then, like, the homie Troy runs down the stairs and literally just throws a lanyard on my neck and just pushes me, saying, go! And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? I run up the stage, run to the wrong side of the stage, come back, and then I don't even know what song they about to drop. Like, I literally don't know nothing. Like, I have no idea what's going on, bro. I'm like, I didn't even know if I was getting on stage for sure. I'm like, what are you telling me to go for?
It's like a pop quiz.
It was nuts. It was like pop Stardom. Like, hey, are you ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Are you really ready?
Yeah.
You think you ready? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I just jumped up there. 5 dropped the record. I didn't even know where I was about to perform, but I heard it. Snap right to it. And it was like crazy. I didn't have time to be nervous. I didn't have time to think about it.
That's probably better.
it was tight. I was like, oh, it's like after I did it, I was like, oh, I'm really made for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like more than like I always like think I'm made for. I was like, oh no, you just proved it. You were made for that. Unrehearsed. No, like, it was just crazy. I was like, oh shit, all right. It was tight. Shout out to Roll Loud.
Oh yeah. So I mean, as you're making your way up in the music industry, I'm sure you're seeing and like kind of side by side with Web3, right? And I know we'll talk about specifically a music video that you released recently on Glass. But like what areas do you see for the artist that, you know, if you're in Web3, maybe you have a way around certain limitations or different ways to make money or you know, clean up processes that in the traditional side of the music industry, as we both know, is a little messy and can take time.
Exploitative too.
And absolutely. To be an artist is literally, you're just a hoe. Like, the label's your pimp and you're out. They give you some nice clothes, tell you dress up nice and get on the track, make some money and come back. And if you don't, you burn out, we get you a new hoe. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Oh, and by the way, you owe us the money for all the money and the clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you did to get on, we fronted it, but now you owe it back.
It's literally like, this is your budget, but it's a fake loan. Like, everybody else get paid but you. But yeah, okay. So like, for some like, we want to get into the Glass thing. So like, with Glass, one of the things, and you know, I have a company called Buy Money where I have artists I do distribution for. And one of the main like goals of mine is to make sure I show them how to circumvent some of this nonsense that we have to go through as artists. So like, let's say with Glass XYZ, I did a drop and we did on Solana. We did 50 pieces at half a Solana each. So it was like $18 at the time or something like that. Sold out in under a minute, right? And what was hella cool about it was, and this is the thing for artists, so check this out. So when we do the mint, 30 people bought. All of it sold out. Some of my fans made money by flipping to the next person that came and buy, right? So I had a couple people literally at 8Fest, not 8Fest, but some of the 8 events at Boston, like, tell me, like, I made money off that. Like, shout out to you, that's tight. But like, that happened in 1 minute. That 1 minute drop, it made $1,000, right? Something like that. Like, so 1 minute. That video was on YouTube for 3 years. I took it off YouTube. Because when you're a new artist on YouTube, a lot of people don't know, you need 4,000 watch hours a year. And then you need 1,000 subscribers. And then on top of that, most people are paying for TrueView ads where they're paying YouTube to get their views up. So you're just going in the hole, right? So I'm like, all right, that's crazy. So I peeped that when we dropped, we made $1,000 right off the rip. Got some money to my videographer, producer, it's bust down immediately, done. And with that money in one day, it made more money than that record made in 3 years on YouTube. And then you gotta think, as an artist, if you mint your videos, right? Let's say you got a budget and your music videos cost you $500. You know what I'm saying? It's low budget for new artists, somebody that's like just trying to keep going, right? Shooting videos $500. If you know you can shoot your video for $500 and then go mint it and make $1,000, you just recouped your video expense and have profit to add to promotion now. Versus when you're going through YouTube, you're literally paying that $5 for the video. You're gonna pay probably $5 for ads, so you're negative $1,000 now. Then once you put it on YouTube, you're gonna need hella views for it to even start paying you those pennies. So you're in the hole for years basically at that point.
And you gotta start paying promotion on Instagram, Spotify playlisting.
They blackball you if you ain't paying for promotion at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you ain't paying for that ad? Well, we're just not gonna post. We're just gonna throw you out the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? It's just is what it is. So it's like, new artists gotta understand, like, it's really an avenue for you to like connect directly with your fans for one. Cause like, I like the new fan base. Like, I don't even like pop fans, I don't like fans. You know what I'm saying? I like supporters, people that believe in you and shit. But like, I see it like, even like with now my Web3 community and shit, like when I go into these places, like, it's not like I'm meeting fans. I'm meeting people that believe in the same things I believe in and they after it. And we having like great conversations, we connecting, like, it's just hella shit be happening, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a different environment overall.
I think it's just always a different sense of appreciation for everybody in the community because we all have our like own different journeys into this, but it all has like the same outcome at the end, you know?
Like, what, ain't like Franklin like a NASA, like,
yeah, he's
like a rocket scientist?
Yeah.
He's literally a rocket scientist, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, come on, dog. Like, that's crazy. How would I talk to a rocket scientist before?
Facts.
What rocket scientist want to talk to Stockz? Other than Franklin. Shout out to Franklin, my dog. But like, You feel me? Like, I wouldn't have had that conversation. And the fact that I'm in, it's like, it's cool, bro. It's like, I didn't go to college, so I didn't get to go join a fraternity. I didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have, like, letters to wear or be like, I graduated from here and then, like, bro, I was just living my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, to see this, like, it's cool because I see, like, even, like, the apes, it's like, it's a fraternity or, like, I don't want to call it, it's a Greek or it's just an NFT collection.
It's a
good
society.
It's a society.
Society of entrepreneurs.
Society.
This is
internet
Yeah.
innovators, you know?
And, man, we meet some cold people through it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
You know what it reminds me of? I never really said this out loud, but it's always been what I referred to when I thought of NFT communities. It's like global country club, right? It's like, and my name's Muhammad, bro. I'm not getting in any country clubs down here. I'm not getting into many country clubs, bro. I went to a golf course in Tallahassee. They sent my ass through the back.
They said, nope, not you. I'm Muhammad.
But now it's like a free market to join these different communities that offer different rewards and benefits. Same thing like a club would have. Like now there's even community or country clubs forming through NFTs.
Well,
like Linkstyle.
And not even just NFTs, but some of these DAOs, some of these tokens. I mean, Balaji Srinivasan, who was at LinkedIn. I forget which company he was at. He was a big CTO type executive guy. He's got this book called The Network State, and he's basically making that argument and pointing out that with some of these new online networks and the connectivity, it's like we're circumventing the traditional powers of being a state, a government state of like based on geographical location, and now it's like you're creating your own power network.
It's making us
through this network, right?
Yeah.
There's no centralized place where all the Ethereum people are, but it's all connected. It's everywhere.
Exactly.
And then that power, it's still worth how many billions are on the blockchain and how many people are coming up with new power that didn't have it before, and it's really interesting.
I even think about it just on the fact, like, before I bought my ape, I was gonna buy a Rolex. I was literally like, I'm just gonna buy a Rolex, right? And I thought about it. I was like, man, okay, if I want to show off this Rolex, because you're getting it, you're showing it off, whatever. I want to show it off, right? What I'm gonna do? Post it on the ground. It's not gonna be my PFP though, but I'm gonna post it on the ground. I'm gonna post it on Twitter, maybe. I might show a couple people. I gotta go to a bunch of events for people to look at it.
Yeah, pictures,
and, you know what I'm saying? Be like, like doing all the extras.
Dripping water on it.
You
type
feel me?
shit.
Like just doing the extras. Or I was like, but then, like I'm Rolly Gang, but like, where's Rolly Gang? Like I gotta really go find them. Like to be like, you know what I'm saying? Versus like now I say, man, I can spend the same thing on this mutant. And I know exactly where them people at. I'm right here, could talk to them direct. And I ain't gonna lie, through them relationships, I'd have made so much bread, bro. Just from like talking to smarter people than me. You know what I'm saying? Like talking to people that's way smarter than me, that's on different type of shit than me, because every person in this world is your superior at something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, even a child, is your superior at something. They know something about the world that you don't.
They dream differently. They be creative. That's for sure.
Like always, somebody knows something different than you. So it's like if you lead with that kind of idea and like understand that and like learn to listen, because a lot of people be like, "Damn, that person ain't got shit for me." I used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to like now when I talk to some people like, man, fuck that, I ain't got nothing to talk about. Then I realized that, man, you being real close-minded and not getting none of the game that God trying to give to you. Ask for that shit. See what's up. See what they know about. Talk to them. Like really explore somebody else's mind, because the shit that they own is a whole different world. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're tapping into a new technology, like a new culture, a new industry, man.
We're building this culture together.
When you see these price tags on different communities, PFPs, just profile pictures that people are using of NFTs from different communities for everybody else, but like the price tags that are put on mutants, bored apes, you're not paying. You're paying for it's the most expensive networking, marketing tax write-off like ever. You are paying for the network, for the community, because once they see that you have bought in and you actually have this PFP now that you represent around your brand, they're like, oh, like we would like to connect. So you're opening all these doors.
It's the same thing artists been doing since the jump. Brand association.
Yeah, exactly.
You associate with a big brand,
yeah.
You associate with the network. In a sense, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what happens. And through my own experience, I literally see my whole music career has changed from me being a part of that collection.
Yep.
Just having a mutant ape has brought me so many new, like, and I always say, man, it's like believers. Like, people that's literally like believing in me and people that's willing to help me and like people that show up and I'm like, bro, we met to do this. We here because of this. Like he just came to the panel with me with Timbaland and shit the other day. He was shooting and doing all types. Like
we met Miguel backstage.
Bro,
like
you
Baron Davis hit me up to use the music studio.
Come on, bro.
Like,
you feel me? Like it just make crazy shit happen.
Where else would that have ever happened? How would I have met Baron Davis? Shout out Knicks. I used to watch him.
We bought monkeys.
You know what's crazy? And shout out to Baron Davis too, because I'm a guy and I like how he rap too. I didn't
Yo, he came out. I didn't know he was
whoa.
making music, bro. When I first met him, I was thrown off because I was like, all right, this dude's talking about music, but he's not a rap. This isn't. And I was like, my boy hit me. I put something on my story. He's like, bro, you with Baron Davis? I'm like, bro, that is Baron Davis. Why is he talking about music so much? I was so confused.
So I'm funny. I don't watch sports.
Yeah.
So I literally had no clue who Baron Davis was.
Oh,
until we met in New York at City Winery when we all did a show together. So me, him, and Spotty. I literally had no idea. And my manager, Jordan, he loves hoop. Like he go hoop every Sunday. Like he gonna be on the court competitive. Like he love that shit. So like it's just hella funny because like I really don't be knowing shit like that. But like I now like in my brain, I don't know Baron Davis as a NBA player. I know him as a rapper.
Yeah.
And is that crazy? Like
it is, bro.
Like,
when he came out the other night and performed in front, I was just like, okay,
he can rap.
This is changing. The whole perspective is different now, you know.
He can rap and he do movies. And I don't know if y'all knew that. Like he shoot movies. And, bro, Baron Davis is a cold dude.
What about music NFT platforms? Have you experimented? Are you on any of these? How does that work? What does that look like?
Well, every music NFT platform is a little different, but my take is I've definitely been on like most, if not damn near all of them. I got stuff on Audius. I got stuff on Zora. I got stuff all type places, right? But the thing is, this is my suspicion. I don't want to say it like it's a definite. My suspicion is that Web3 music becomes the original music industry just with an extra layer inside it called the blockchain, and people are still just like manipulating it the same way. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my things with the platform, because if we're talking about Web3, we're talking decentralization, which means your own platform. Create it yourself, right? In a sense. So like, I feel like if you're going through the other platforms, you're still an independent artist, just like you can go through any other platform, but it's like, it'd probably be better building your own. Because like a lot of people, like, you know, you can make your own contract. Like that's all they're doing. They're running your shit through their contract they made. So it's like,
exactly,
you could just make your own contract. You don't have to do that. So, you know, up to the person that wants to use it. Because, you know, sometimes platforms have their advantages. Like it might help you sell out. It might have viewers already there.
Users or
you know what I'm saying?
something.
Whatever it might be. Like it's always up to the deal. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I just don't want to see it become a thing where it's just like another layer on top. Like we have plenty of those in Web 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's all.
It's just like in the Web 2 music industry too. It's like a monopoly on the brand, or a monopoly on the labels that you have to go to get X amount of viewers, or like, you know, X amount of community, or if you sell out, how
you have to sign for certain buttons to get pushed.
Exactly.
No matter what. And people always ask me like, bro, why you not blown up yet? Bro, I've never had a record deal. There's never been a single person that has put $1 in my pocket as an investor. I've never been signed to anybody other than ROC Nation, and they did my management, so that doesn't come with money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I do shit straight from the ground out my pocket, like everything. I'm coming down, like everything. Like coming to Art Basel, it's on my dime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just it's an odd thing.
I mean, and the same thing, like those powers that controlled a lot of the opportunity in regular music are gonna shift into Web3.
They already have.
Exactly.
You gotta think like Kingship,
And
Universal. They own Kingship.
Got a group out there.
Like,
and it's just gonna be easier for them to take money and take cuts.
Because
And
they got the big bag. So hey, crypto fund, what if I give you an extra M for whatever you're trying to do? Just let us run this up. And just, you know what I'm saying? Just the powers that be, bro. So it's like, to a degree, if everybody want to be like on that like super decentral hype, then we got to stick on it and be like, nah, fuck them, fuck that. Or just accept it and like everything for what it is as it comes, and just don't complain later if this shit get turned upside down.
So I think this is a good point for you. I don't know if you're familiar with the artist Russ.
Yeah.
So I mean, his whole thing was being independent, mixing, mastering, producing, record himself, engineer himself, you know, write everything, whatever. And he got to a point where even he was like, all right, I got to sign with these guys just for a little bit, just to get to that next level, right?
It's a button pusher,
and so you know, his thing was like, all right, I'm gonna sign, but we gonna sign a partnership. You ain't gonna put me on a normal label deal.
See, he got to do stuff like that because he
built his shit up.
Pie.
Exactly.
If you own 100% of every song and you got fan base, you selling out shows, doing that, the label, they want you so bad, they just gonna figure out how to make it work. So yeah, partner. I'm not gonna just take y'all bag and be y'all hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, y'all gonna co-pimp with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even I'm pimping myself, we gonna be co-pimps. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Russ' work ethic, you know what I'm saying? And everything that he's doing, because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, he's really talking that shit. And a lot of people don't like to see it. And it's the same thing as I feel like probably like I'm doing right now. Like, when I'm popping my shit, like, yeah, nigga doing this NFT shit and it's working. Like, we're not all in the industry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's plenty of artists that are very successful that don't live in the mainstream industry. And a lot of people don't understand that, like, as an artist, there's many different ways to be successful. Like, there's some artists that are bigger than me when it comes to merch sales. There's some artists that tour more than I do. There's some artists that have better streaming. Whatever. It's like everybody has their own little niche thing where it works. You know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of crazy. I feel like I guess NFTs might be one of my things. So like I never even thought about that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has their little avenue to make their paper. You know what I'm saying?
So Stockz, you got it in your name.
Mm-hmm.
What differences do you take in investing in a centralized market, like through Robinhood, through option trading, knowing what's going on in traditional powers, versus decentralized, where value creation is coming from social media, market sentiment, like stuff that happens within the community? Twitter Spaces could fucking change the floor price. How do you approach these strategies differently?
With Stockz, so I make different portfolios for different stuff. Like I got like a retirement portfolio where I just don't touch. That's just for like asset, like borrowing against and just stacking type shit. And then I got like, I do futures too. So I got like a futures account where I'm like all futures on crypto stuff. Then I got like, my day trading accounts where I just do that type of stuff. I just kind of section everything off. And that way it kind of helps me manage the money to not always play with all of it at once. And it's like with crypto and stuff, I treat it more like a gamble, to be honest. Like, I don't try to look at it like very particular. I look at it like, all right, it's a large range of what this could be. And I just try to like invest with crypto and stuff. Like, I'm very crypto forward. So like, I kind of put like everything in crypto, but I wouldn't tell somebody to do that. I'm just crazy. So like, let's say for somebody, this is not financial advice, but if I'm being safe with my funding, I'm not going to put a large amount of my money into crypto. I'm going to make sure I put the smaller money, like small bets that could possibly 10x.
Yeah.
And then like with stock market, I'll take that 10x money and look for it to 1x.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just a different strategy. Just like crypto, I'm looking for longer range plays, and then stocks is more like longer time and like hold it, pay shorter, but it's consistent.
There's always a risk tolerance that goes into it.
Yeah.
Always.
Bro.
And decentralized markets too, bro. Putting the money in the hands of the investor, it's a huge, huge responsibility that most people don't understand. And a lot of people lose their money.
That's what happens in music all the time. Because most times artists get an investor, and the investor gets scared all the time about what's happening with the artist.
Yeah.
Because I like to say it's like the same thing. Like our charts go like this as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Just like a crypto chart does, volatile. So it's like, they see that and they're like, oh no, I gotta do it like this. And investors try to end up taking over the show of what the artist needs to be doing because they don't really understand. They just understand money and they understand their temperament. And they're not paying attention to what actually has to happen step by step for this to grow.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like that's just what happens all the time in general. Like investors that hold the power, they get scared. You know what I'm saying? If you're scared, you're gonna mess something up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like trying to shoot a gun while you're twitching. You're not gonna aim right. You know what I'm saying? Don't twitch. Like, hold it steady and snipe.
Don't be scared. Go to church.
If you're scared, go to church. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not scared, let's get in these crypto trenches and get this money.
Yes, sir. So let me ask you this: have you done any metaverse performances? What do you see in that lane? What's happening over there? Because that's like you were talking about these network states, these new countries that we're forming, right? And now it's like you don't have to get all these people to come to Houston for a show. Just pop into Decentraland or something, right?
So it's funny. I haven't done any metaverse shows, but during the pandemic, I did virtual festivals. Like I did like a virtual like Triller festival. I did something like I Voted, some stuff like that. It was like I Voted festival or something. I did a bunch of stuff like where that was like my first time experiencing like performing through the computer. And like I wish I took more advantage of it at the time. Like when I saw it and been like, I should have really been like, oh, because I mean that's how it worked. It was like they would air our stuff on like the YouTube stream, and it's like all the people in the comment section. So everybody's like there, like tapped in, watching the show. I'm like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just way different. So like that was my like first experience with that. I haven't really done any like actual metaverse shows yet.
Oh yeah.
But when it's time, we're gonna tear them up.
We're excited to see it.
I want you to use my coda and we'll do performances on my land.
Come on, get it rigged, man. Let's do it.
All right, I got you.
Let's do it. I sold my coda, so I'm kind of sad.
I think we all got burned on those, man.
Brother, do you know my story on this?
I think I remember seeing it in the group chat. You can go over it if you want to share it.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate this. This is probably one of my worst stories in life.
My
But also a great story.
Good learning lesson.
It was a great win, a great loss, great learning. You know what I'm saying? But like when other D mint happened, I didn't have enough gas to do my 2 mints. So like I missed out on the actual mint, but I had my claim for my mutant. So I claimed my other D for like $60 in gas. And then that day I got my other deed. I sold that one for like 40,000 because it was like a mutant other deed or whatever. So I sold it for 40 G's. Mm-hmm. And then I just took the gamble. I went off the floor and got an unrevealed for like 20 bands, like 70 E's or something at the time. It was like 21 racks. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, fuck it, we ball, right? That happens. Then the next day they reveal I got a fucking coda, right? Ooh. So I'm like, oh shit, it's lit. And then the homie Champagne Bitcoin actually bought the fucking coda from me for like 42 ETH. It was like 120,000, 125,000 or something at the time. So then like he bought it and my dumb ass
rolled it back into another one.
Went and bought another motherfucking coda for 33 ETH, bro. It was $95,000, bro. And you know what the fuck happened with that. But I did I got some liquid back, but at the end of the day, even after I bought the coda and did all that, I still was like net 50,000. So like off $60. Mm-hmm. So like I'm not complaining. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? But like definitely like thought about it, like, damn, I just fucked off 100,000, bro. I could have bought my Tesla, went and bought this stupid shit. Just could have done a whole bunch of stupid shit. If you're just gonna burn it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I'd be like, damn, I could have went family vacation, could have moved to another city for a year. Just anything. You start thinking of all the crazy shit you could have did, like, fuck. But I was in that hype. I got this shit. I was like, yeah, I gotta get another one. I was trying to flip. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is, though. But I feel like even if I didn't do that, I would have still held it in the ETH, and the ETH went bad. So it was like, it didn't go bad. It's just temporarily down. But ETH dropped and shit, so I probably would have fucked it up anyway like that.
So I could see a valuable lesson in that, not just for you as you personally, for anyone who's an artist. Let's say they're selling NFTs and now they're getting all this Ethereum in, or you're even just collecting, trading, and flipping. You kind of have to develop this mindset too, not just I'm an artist, but now you gotta be thinking about I'm managing these funds.
Bro, I'm a fucking hedge fund manager. Yeah, that's like, and it's crazy because I tell people that like a lot of people think I'm like a financial advisor or something. I be telling people like, bro, I'm a rapper, bro. I just learned how to do this shit. Mm-hmm. And like people be thinking I like got like some crazy financial background, like I just hella know what I'm doing. I'm like, bro, no. I just be experimenting with shit and be winning. Like it's just what it is, but it's like it's a double pressure on me because like I used to want to just be a good rapper. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like I have to be a great investor too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, fuck, I gotta be really good at this shit. Like, because people are watching. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that it's hella better traders than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they look at it the same way as like it's better rappers that might not be in the game. They're like, oh fuck it, we can't rap. It sucks. Same way traders are like, oh, you're not a good trader. Fuck you, you're fake. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm never saying that I'm an expert trader. I'm just in the game. I'm learning just like you. My thing is I just like to teach people that didn't know shit about it something about it. Because you know, like you already knew, you got funds, you're doing great with this shit. Cool. There's some people that don't even know what the fuck an investment account is. They don't know what a brokerage account is. They don't even have a fucking bank account. I know so many grown men that don't have fucking bank accounts or credit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you could tell them about shit, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, they don't know what credit is. They don't know how to work that shit and certain shit. So it's like, that's my thing. I like to make that my job, to talk to them people. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll catch up over here.
The majority of the globe doesn't know how to use money.
They gotta buy money, man. They gotta buy money. Point blank.
So how do you have any educational or philanthropic aims to help, hit these underrepresented communities and maybe
money?
Are you ready to live in the digital world? How do you plan to survive Web 3.0?
Meta Money was the first. You know what I'm saying? Because originally Meta Money, what I wrote the original lesson plans for was to do meetups in Houston and like actually onboard people. But I feel like we're just gonna need a lot of sponsors and stuff to like actually get it to run smoothly. But like that's what that was originally. But I'd like to say that I do daily work with it. Like I try to put everybody I come in contact with on. You know what I'm saying? Like all my partners that work with me at Buy Money, none of those guys were in Web3 before they came into Buy Money. Now they like got that ETH addresses. You know what I'm saying? Like they just learn slowly and like slowly piece by piece. So like that's one of my things. Like reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to feel like you can get on TV, say this, you can do this, there, all that. That's cool. But if I can like really connect with somebody and see them make that play right there hand to hand, that's different.
Yeah.
And you mentioned,
I think.
Sorry, hold on. You mentioned layers earlier. How blockchain for the music industry may be adding another layer. Mm-hmm. And when we talk about education, like Web3 is just the next iteration of the internet, right? It's just taking all the layers of Web2 and adding another one on top, which is also filled with a lot of friction in terms of UI, UX stuff, right? So it's like all in terms of teaching people like the layers up from like Web2, the social media concept of things, all the way up to this whole decentralized.
It's like trying to catch your grandma up to like an iPhone 14.
Yeah, bro.
It's like
it's a lot of different levels that you have to learn today.
And that only happened because they missed about 1 year of information. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part. It's like you missed that 1 year information, and you never want to go back to learn. It's 10 now.
Yeah, man.
Now you're just distant. You don't get it. And that's why like I just make it a thing to be like, oh, this new technology happening, learn it immediately. Even if I don't want to use it. Like it's like I don't even know if I want to use Neuralink. You know what I'm saying? But
learn about
I like
it,
to learn about it. I like to know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's cool. Like, I don't know if I'd buy a robot from Elon Musk, but like, maybe. I don't know. I got to do some research. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to know what's happening.
I think a good example, literally from like today, relevant to us in this community, right? You got the ApeCoin staking dropping. But it's like, it's on the line. There's blurred. Is it a security? Is it this? If you know how to use the technology, you could be interacting directly with the contract and getting the shit done.
Yeah.
Most people will be dependent on the front end, the UI, and they're going to have to block you off because you're geographically located somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But that's, you know, if you know the layers, you know how to use it, you can just get in there. Or, you know, there's other ways technologically to get around that, but it's layers. Yeah.
Like even for us, man, it's not easy interacting with a smart contract. And you deal with digits, bro, ones and zeros.
I understand people that are scared of this shit because I get it, and I still be scared. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that you're into rap and hip hop too, because to me, like, especially nowadays, of course, we have different levels within the music and different genres, right? There's like trap and there's like boom bap, and there's this and that.
Come up
crypto
music.
Rap, we're coming up, right?
Oh, I like that.
But
come up music. I like the Buy Money Boys coming with come up music.
Come up music.
Crypto.
Putting you on.
The crypto crooks, you know what I'm saying?
Crypto crooks. Making money out the drought, baby.
Hello.
But but no, I think that's like, you know, really in the blood and the DNA of hip hop is giving game, right? I mean, you listen to some of these old school guys, right? And they're telling you how to take a shit hand of life and alchemize that shit, turn it into gold, right? And that's the power of the word.
Hello.
I mean, go back to Genesis. In the beginning was the word, right?
Hello.
So, you know, I just like the synergy there with the hip hop lane and putting people onto this type of game and knowledge. Like that's amazing, and I salute you for it. Absolutely,
appreciate it.
Yes, sir, bro.
Any new things you want to bring up? Anything you trying to plug in right now?
Buy money, buy money, buy money, buy money, buy money.
Let's go. InvestinStockz. Buy money, baby.
The investment on the way, man.
On the way. Q1 23.
Q1 23.
Well,
we'll be excited to be listening to that.
Thank you for joining us today. This was a hell of a episode, brother.
Really.
Yeah.
Impromptu got you down from Basel.
Hello. Definitely stay an extra day to come get it done.
See, it's a couple things that I could guarantee. I'ma keep it trill and stack this money till I leave. Couple 100,000, bitch, I'm rich off NFTs. I might